Lucifer wanted to do it in a proper way. So he chose to incarnate on earth instead of directly descending on earth through the regular means that humans do. And he made, you could say, a calculation mistake of being born inside on the surface of earth. And this process of him incarnating on earth, inside earth, what you typically refer as hell in your religious texts, that was not hell to begin with. He wanted to experience the worst of the worst, to see how can somebody transform such darkness into light. This descent of him from the 15th dimension to the 3rd dimension is what we symbolically refer as fall, because you are densifying yourself. You are shifting your perspective from the higher dimensions and going to the lower dimension as if you're falling. This is what you will experience when you're astral projecting in your sleep, and you will see yourself falling. So your mythology and religious texts originate from the very trauma Earth was trying to heal. And that's why your religious text needs to change now to reflect the kind of Earth you chose to live on. The stories you have around Adam and Eve, those need to change based on how you are progressing and which timeline you are progressing. This is our effort to get you started in that direction so that you stop holding on to those old-fashioned, outdated stories that keep you stuck in negative realities. Humans have been considered evil. Story has hurt humanity and traumatized humanity more than anything else. This narrative needs to change. And for that to change, we had to tell you the narrative of Lucifer. Now, there are many parallel versions of Earth, and you will hear that many parallel versions of the story. It's up to you which version you most resonate with and which timeline you wish to go into. It totally depends on your interpretation and changing what you know about your history.
Are you able to kind of share whereabouts he was underground?
He moved into specific spots, what you know as vortex points on Earth. Basically, he was moving from one chakra of Earth to the other, the major vortex points. So he lived underneath the Bermuda Triangle at some point of time, sometimes under the ground, which you know as Machu Picchu, and the Red Rock, and different other vortexes on Earth, because he was closely working with Earth consciousness.
And are you able to give us a rough time frame that we could understand in our history? Are we talking like how many millions or hundreds of thousands of years ago? Or
this was the time when humans had been just formed by the Anunnakis. We mean the Homo sapiens. It's been only 100 years since the Homo sapiens were created by the Anunnaki. It was around that time.
How old would he look like?
He would look like an adult, but at the age of 0, because remember, your age counts when you are born. So he was born an adult and he was still age 0, but he was not behaving like a baby. So on your human frame, he would be 200 years old, but he didn't look, behave, or feel like a 200-year-old human. He was much larger. He had humanoid features, but not fully human. He looked very different.
How did he look? How different?
Do you want to know the similarities or the dissimilarities? 2 hands, 2 legs, a head, and a trunk.
Okay, and then what made him different?
A long tail,
Okay.
And his crown chakra had antennas, which you refer to as horns,
Mm.
because that allowed him to stay connected with us much more easily.
Was he successful then in transforming darkness into light?
Yes, it took him 1,000,000 years with zero reincarnation.
Okay. So he experienced both then, darkness and light, and ascended.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And that's the reason why he is one of our ascended masters, because he chose the hardest way, because he was the strongest of us.